Hello again, all my friends at Anna Reynolds School. I miss you so very, very much. I've decided today for our next Books and Cooks activity to share the story Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. It's Friday night, we're coming up to the weekend. This might be a fun activity to do with your family tomorrow. Obviously, some of you have already made green eggs and ham back when maybe you were in kindergarten. But I have a little bit of a twist to show you on how you can do that after I read the book today. All right, sit back and relax and listen to the story of Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. And I want you to listen for all the rhyming that happens in this book. This is a great book to help kids learn rhyming words and sight words, because they do say those same types of sight words over and over again. Okay, here we go. Green eggs and ham. Listen for the rhyming words and maybe even listen for all those trick words or sight words that you've been learning. By Dr. Seuss. I am Sam. I am Sam. He's over here. Look at his face. Sam, I am. Do you hear rhyming words there? That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. I'm also using a lot of the punctuation marks with my expression. Do you like green eggs and ham? Oh, I don't think so. Look at his face. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Maybe he hasn't tried them. Would you like them here or there? Did you hear those rhyming words? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? Did you hear my voice go up? There were question marks there. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Well, Sam's not giving up. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car, eat them, here they are? I would not, could not, in a car. Different punctuation marks make me use my voice differently. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. There was an exclamation mark there. I would not, could not in a tree. Not in a car, you let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. Oh, I do not like them, Sam I am. A train, a train, a train, a train. Could you, would you? On a train? Maybe if he eats them on the train, he'll like them. Not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car, Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I could not, would not with a fox. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Oh, so many rhyming words. And sight words. Say, in the dark, here in the dark, could you in the dark? I would not, could not in the dark. It's hard to see, but his eyes are like, no, don't like them. Could you in the rain? I would not, could not in the rain, not in the dark, not on a train, not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I love when you can read a book that rhymes because it's fun. It helps with fluency too. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. How does he know? He's never even tried them. Just try them. Maybe he will. That's what I say to all kids who say they don't like certain foods. Just try. Would you with a goat? I would not, could not with a goat. Could you on a boat? Goat, boat, get it? It rhymes. What's he going to say? I would not, could not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You could always go back and find all the rhyming words. That would be fun too. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Boy, give up already. He's not going to eat them. You do not like them, so you say. Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say. Sam, if you will let me be, which means leave me alone, I will try them, you will see. Oh, he's finally just going to try them so that Sam will leave him alone. They're right there, the green eggs and the green ham. Okay. It's not looking so good. Remember I always said you eat with your eyes? So if something doesn't look appetizing, you might not think it will taste good. But try. You never know. Look at his face. Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam I am. And I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain and in the dark and on a train and in a car and in a tree. They are so good you see. So, I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse, and I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am. So in the end, he finally tried them, and he liked them, and he ate it all up. Now, Mrs. Gagliardi uses this book so much with her kids in her different reading groups. I use this for a lot of reasons. For some of my first and second graders, it's great for fluency. They can read quickly because it has a lot of those sight words they're working on. A lot of my reading groups know that I use microphones a lot, and I give it to them and I say, practice your newscaster reading. That means read like you're talking, right? Just like the people on TV. Do not read like a robot. That will put people to sleep. This is a great book to practice fluency and phrasing. Let me just pick one page, all right? So I would probably pick a page that had some really good long rhyming, maybe that, let's see. Oh, let me see, another good page, it's right here. This is a great one. A lot of kids will pick this one. Ready? I'm going to use my newscaster reading. I'm going to say, out there in TV land, listen to me read this page from Dr. Seuss. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. So you could do that. You could practice reading fluency. You don't have to do the whole book. Just practice your favorite pages. Another fun activity for all the moms and dads out there is to actually take plastic green eggs. I don't have all green ones because I didn't get to the dollar store yet, but I've done this before. And you could take rhyming words, like take the glued sound am, and maybe put different letters on this side. So r plus am makes ram, and then the j plus am makes jam, and then plus am makes ham, and back to the person in our book, Sam. So you could do that. Another thing is you could use them for sight words. Maybe crack this egg open. What kind of sight words are in here from the book? Let's see if anyone knows these words. These are words you have to know. They're your trick words. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Gagliardi's fingernails are too long. Here we go. The word with was in the book. And the word here. Maybe think of another word that rhymes with here. Here, there, here, where. Let's see what this last one is. This is the easy one. Not, pot, hot, shot. Okay? So use that for those kind of teaching activities. But of course, there's always a recipe. Of course, green eggs and ham, right? Wouldn't that be the smart thing to make? So I'm going to show you my version of green eggs and ham, and I want you to meet me over at my stove. Are you ready? I'll be there in 1 second. Okay, welcome back to my kitchen and to my stove area. Here are my green eggs and ham. Now I have to tell you, I had to improvise. Remember that word, use what you have? I don't have any ham, and I am not running to the grocery store. So I took a piece of turkey, and I actually used some food coloring and some coconut oil. I'll show you how to do that to make it green, because in the book, the ham was green. Did you notice that? I always thought it was just the green eggs, and I thought the ham stayed like that reddish pinkish color, but in the book, the ham was green. So if you do have ham, you might want to turn that green too, and I'll show you how. This is really just a piece of turkey. It could have been the kind you put on a sandwich for lunch. It could have been ham, and it would come out looking the same color. Here are my green eggs. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have made scrambled eggs that are green. These kind. Those are easy to make. I will show you how to make those if that's the kind you would choose to eat for breakfast. But I also want to show you how to make these, because this is kind of cool. This is like a fried egg or a sunny side up egg. All right, let's start. So the first thing we need to do is take 2 eggs. I say for 1 serving, 2 eggs is usually pretty good. All right, let's go with the scrambled egg version first. All right, so I have my frying pan, and I will turn it on, and I will get it to kind of medium heat. And then I'm going to crack my eggs. All right, if you're not good at cracking eggs, you can practice over a different bowl, but I'm really good at it. So I just crack it on the side, I pull it apart, and for scrambled, I'm using the whole egg, okay? We have the egg white and the egg yolk. All right, same thing, I'm going to use 2. There it goes. Now, some people put a little bit of milk in their scrambled eggs, just a splash of milk. And some people put in a little bit of pepper. And some people will put in a little bit of salt, okay? I'm gonna skip the milk part. I'm just gonna use it just like this. Some people are allergic to milk. All right. Then what you do is you can just take a fork. You don't need a whisk, one of those fancier whipping kitchen utensils. Just a simple fork will do. And you just scramble it like this, all right? So that's a good activity for anybody to do. You want to break it up so that the yolk and the white are whipped together. I always choose a bowl that's deep. It's so much easier to mix when what you're mixing is in a larger bowl. Just remember that always, all right? That looks good to me. It looks like the white and the yolk have now combined together. All right, now, my pan is a really good nonstick pan, but just in case yours isn't, you might want to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. All right, I have the wrong sleeves on for fire, so I'm going to pull them up. Now, if I wanted to make this green for green eggs, you will just put a drop of green food coloring. If you want them to be super green, put 2 drops, all right? There are organic food colorings, which I usually have in my kitchen. I'm running low on those. So if you don't want to use, you only want to use organic, just go find your organic food colorings. That's it. That is a scrambled green egg. Now I'm going to throw it into the pan. There it goes. And I'm going to get my spatula. And as it starts to cook, look, I just start pulling it away, all right? And I sometimes will tip it and let the runny part run down. And I will cook it relatively quickly because I don't want my green eggs to get brown. Look how fast that cooked, like super fast. Now you have a choice. You could put cheese on your green eggs if you want. Let some piece of cheese melt. It could be American cheese, it could be cheddar cheese, it could be a slice of cheese or shredded cheese, all right? Or you could just leave it simple, just like this. And I always keep flipping it around so that all of the egg gets cooked. I do not like a runny egg, all right? Look at that, done. All right, I'm gonna just shut that off for a second. Here's my green egg. That's a great breakfast right there. Add a piece of toast, or 2, and you are all set. You can eat it just like that, all right? There's your green eggs. Now, if you wanted to make a piece of ham, what did I do with it? Remember I told you I don't have any ham? So let's pretend this was ham, but it's not. It's turkey. What you would do is you would put it on a dish, okay, if you want to paint it. And you will use, I have coconut oil, but you could use any oil. And I would just take a tiny, just a little bit of it. Like honestly, like that much. And I just melt that a little bit in the microwave in a dish, which I already did. Look, I mean, such a tiny amount. And then I add a little drop of green food coloring, which was already there from the one I just painted. And then you just paint your ham, okay? And it will get green depending on how much green you have, all right? So if you had a regular piece of ham that was more pinkish red and you want to turn it green, where'd my green food coloring go? Here it is. I'm gonna add a little bit more, okay? I'm only using the oil just to help it, just to help this green, okay? And then look, you just do this and you just paint it. And when you do it on a piece of pinkish reddish ham, it still comes out green, okay? Then what you would usually do, you could do both sides, you could just do one side. What you would usually do is then you would throw it in your pan and you would end up cooking it. Because ham and eggs, usually they will cook the ham. Or you could chop the ham up and add it right in with the eggs. But this is actually turkey. We're just pretending that it's ham, okay? So then once I did that, this is what it came out. See how it's more cooked? That's how it came out cooked. All right? So there's my green eggs and ham. There's one kind of green eggs and ham. Now, if you don't have ham and you have bacon, look, I tried green eggs and bacon. It didn't work as well. This is what the bacon looked like before. And then I painted it green. But look, it didn't really come out that great. But if you don't have ham and you want a delicious breakfast, have green eggs and bacon, all right? That's a choice. All right, let's get this guy out right here. All right, there he is. Now, I want to show you how to make the other kind. All right, this one's a little more fun. So you're going to start with your 2 eggs right here, and you're going to separate the eggs. This time, you have to be really good at cracking eggs. This time, you might want a grown-up to do this, or you can try. There's lots of ways to separate eggs, but this is how I do it. Are you ready? I want the egg white in one bowl and the egg yolk in another. There's two already from when I cooked the other egg earlier. Ready? So then I crack the egg, and as I do it, I tip to one side and I let the white egg yolk run out, like let it go. And then I flip the other yolk, and I'm kind of using the shell to kind of cut that white egg yolk off that tends to like be sticky. There's a lot of protein in egg yolk and not a lot of calories. That really is the healthy part of the egg. Okay, then I take my yolk and I carefully drop it in the bowl because I want to use it later. All right, I'm gonna do two now. Do it again. Get my fingers in the middle, ready? Crack it open and tilt it to one side. And keep your eggs together. Let that yolk white go. Tilt it to the other side. That. See how that just all went in? And then again, drop your egg yolk. I have a lot of recipes that call for just egg yolks, so I will keep those separate. All right, now I've got the egg yolks and the egg white. So here's what I want to do. If you want the kind that looks like this, here I'm going to give it 2 drops. Okay. Again, you could add your salt and your pepper now, or you could add it after the egg is cooked. It really doesn't matter. Again, get your fork, whip it up. Remember I told you it's better if the bowl is deeper? So watch, I'm gonna trade it to the deeper bowl that we used before. There we go. See how much easier it is to whip something when the bowl is deeper? It won't come out. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I can't say it looks great to me. I'm not a lover of foods that are green. I don't like those green drinks either, usually. But sometimes I try it and I surprise myself, and it's pretty good. So you just whip and whip and whip and whip like that, okay? Until you think it looks nice. This is just the egg white part. A lot of bodybuilders or a lot of people who are on diets like to eat that kind of egg because it's full of protein and not a lot of calories. Again, turn my pan back on. And I can spray it or not. You might have to spray your pan. Mine is a very good nonstick pan, so I don't have to. Now, this is gonna run all over the pan. So you can be careful. You could tilt it more to one side. You could just let it go. I'm just going to let it go. Sometimes it doesn't form that great of a shape. I'm gonna try to keep it to one side. All right, you ready? So I let the pan get nice and hot, and then I drop in the egg white. Hear it? There it goes. I try to kind of keep it in one section. And I sometimes even will just kind of say, like, get back there. I let it kind of start cooking on its own, okay? And I kind of put it into the shape that I want. That's good. If I let that start cooking like that, that'll be pretty good. And I'm going to leave that over the heat. I'm going to let that cook for a little bit. Now comes the part where you can take a spoon or you can tip the bowl, depending on how good you are at this. If you're super good, you could pick up a yolk. You could drop it right in. Okay, I just broke one there, so I'm not going to use that one. And you could pick up a yolk. You could drop it right in. Look at that. Okay, now you really need to let this go for a while. You're going to watch it because this part, this white part, it's going to take a little while to cook. All right, so you're just going to keep watching it. Your heat is medium low. Keep making sure it's not sticking. And it probably takes 3-4 minutes. And then it will cook. And once it's cooked, it's going to look just like this. Now, there is another way to do this. If you're someone who doesn't like this part to be too runny, I'm going to try flipping this. All right? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Now, once I flip it, you're not going to see the yellow part anymore until you go to eat it, and the yellow part will be kind of runny. Are you ready? So then I will take it. I need a bigger spatula for this one. And I'm gonna flip it over, okay? Now what happened is, the egg yolk is actually cooking. That was a terrible flip, but the egg yolk is cooking more underneath the egg. It's like right there, and I'm gonna show you. That's really a fried egg. That's the sunny side up egg, that's the fried egg. This one doesn't look as pretty, but some people prefer to eat that with their toast, all right? So now you can take this egg and eat it this way, put a little more salt and pepper on if you want it. You could also take this one and you could add it to your plate to eat it. And another way, I'm gonna flip this over, there you go. Now it's cooking. I can still feel it cooking. I just need to slide it out a little. There it goes, okay? Hear it? Now it's cooking. But see this? That egg yolk is still wobbly. I like my egg that way because I like the yolk to run out. Now, another fun way to eat this, if you don't want to eat it that way, is to make a nice egg sandwich. So I took 2 delicious sprouted bread pieces, real healthy bread, toasted a little butter. Now I'm gonna watch when I'm gonna use this one, okay? And I can take my egg out and I can place it right here, okay? On here, I could fold it if I want. I could add grated cheese on it, and when it's hot, it could melt because you could see the heat coming. I could put grated cheese on, or I could put a slice of cheese on. I could put my ham on, even though that's turkey, or I could put my bacon on, and then I can put the top on, and I want to show you. This is my favorite way to eat an egg sandwich. All right, let me get another dish here because I want to cut it for you and show you what will happen. All right, here we go. Now we're going to cut it. I'll get my big knife out. When I go to cut this, that yellow eggy part should squish out if it isn't, because it's cooked. There it is. See? It's cooked, but it's not totally cooked all the way through. All right? I'm trying to do this on my burner. Not the best. There you go. And now it will be messy, but you could eat it like this. Look at that. Delicious. And sometimes you could pick up more of that yolk with your bread if you want. And there is your delicious green eggs and ham egg sandwich. Let me take a taste just to see. It doesn't look as appetizing as it tastes, but it's delicious. All right, so that's a great breakfast sandwich if you want to try to make green eggs and ham, because that's kind of fun. But let me show you a quick dessert green eggs and ham. Okay, one more quick recipe. Look at these. Look at these green eggs and ham. All right, what you're supposed to do is have that pretzel, that square waffly pretzel as the base. Again, improvise. I don't have them and I'm not running out to the store right now, so I just used a Triscuit. I had some Triscuits. Looks like a piece of toast to me. All right, there's my piece of toast. Then I used one of these candy melts. I always have these in my cabinet because this is what I make my chocolate covered Oreos and my chocolate covered strawberries with. And they come in all the colors: pink, red, blue, purple, dark chocolate, white chocolate. And I always use these white ones. And you take either your pretzel, your square pretzel, or your cracker. You put on one candy melt. You'll do this on a tray. Put it either in the oven for at 350 for 2 minutes, and this will start melting. Or put it on a microwave safe dish and microwave it for 20 seconds till that starts to just melt a little bit. When that starts to melt, you then take a green M&M and you just press it in. It's not melted right now, so it won't. And this is what it looks like. I literally put these in the oven without the green M&M for 2 minutes, not even. And I watched it start to melt, and I put that in, and now it looks like toast and green eggs and ham, but this is actually candy. So this one is sweet and salt. And then I had these little pretzels, and I thought, doesn't that look like bacon and eggs? There's my 2 slices of bacon, And there's my green egg on top. Look at that. So that's a dessert way to make green eggs. And you can go online and search out that recipe because many people have done it if you want better directions. But this is more of a sweet, delicious treat. So you've got your egg sandwich, you've got your egg candies, and that's another edition of Cooking with Kids and Books and Cooks. And I do hope you enjoyed our story. Don't forget to practice all your fluency phrasing and trick words with that book. And until next time, happy reading and happy cooking. Bye-bye.